Hi, good morning. Welcome to this series of discussion, Forex with Otabo. So today's presentation, well, you won't be seeing any PowerPoint presentation, but basically market analysis. We'll be looking at the markets today, using everything we've learned so far, talking about the pending orders, resistance and support. And we also look at calculating TP and take profit and stop loss. So basically, this video might be one of my short videos. It's basically just should I call it a revision on what we've done so far, and it's also a market analysis. Market analysis is what I promised to give us when we are almost at the advanced stage, but I thought to do it now because it will serve as a revision to a live demonstration of all what we've been learning so far. So, but then I will try to limit my analysis to what we know so far. As well, I wouldn't be going into much technicalities. So today is the 4th day of May. This is the day the Nigerian government eases off lockdown. You all are going out there, please stay safe. Stay safe. It's crazy to the rate at which the case of coronavirus keeps increasing. It's all right. So quickly, let's get down to business. So I'm going to be analyzing some currency pairs, what I expect them to do in the course of this week. So you can make money from them either on your live account or your demo account. And in the process, you can also see some practicals that what we've been doing. So quickly, I will be starting off with the euro against the Japanese yen. The euro against the Japanese yen. So for me to see a clearer picture, I always go to the higher time frame. Like right now, I'm on the 4-hour time frame, H4. So each of these candles represents a 4-hour time frame. This is what happens in the market of euro against the Japanese yen every 4 hours. So, and then to see a broader picture as well, I'm going to zoom out so I can easily see my supports and my resistance levels. So I'm going to zoom out here so you can see this is where market is currently here. So what can I make of all of this? I'm already seeing I'm already seeing one resistance. I'm already seeing another resistance up here. I'm seeing this support that has been broken, and I'm seeing this support below here. What do? I come up and I mark it up. Remove my face so I don't obstruct the chart. And we have to mark it up together. So let's mark up this chart. Let's mark up this chart. So to do that, we'll have to insert on the computer. If you're using a computer, you come to insert a line. Remember, I told us to, no, not a line. A line means you're choosing a particular price range, a particular price as a resistance or a support. But I'll always advise people to use a shape, use a rectangle, so you see it as a zone. A zone. So when it crosses through that zone, if you see it as just a particular price, you won't be able to know when it really breaks through. So always see resistance and support as a zone that needs to be broken or respected. So if you're using a phone, you can also see these shapes on the top of the chart where you have the F and then you see some shapes: rectangle, triangle, and circle. So you choose your shape from there. So right now on the euro against the Japanese yen, I'm going to choose my rectangle and box up all my resistance and my support zones. So here I'm going to box this up. This is a major resistance level. I'm going to box it up. Box this up, and I see another one again. I'm going to insert another shape, box it up. Here is another resistance here, so I'm going to box it up. If you see, this has been respected about 3 times. This zone has been respected 3 times. So I have to make it yes. So you can see this zone has been respected 3 times. First was at this point. At this point, price came here. It went all the way down. The next time it came, went all the way down, and then a third time then price came down. And remember, there was a support around here. I see this support zone, the support around here. So let me mark up that area as well as a support shape. You can change the color of your shape if you don't like color blue. Just click on the shape and then you see properties. So you choose it as you choose whatever color suits you. So this is a support zone. This was a support zone. And what happened? Let me zoom in. So we'll explain what happened at this support zone. Let's zoom in. So let's zoom in. Let me make sure we see this very well. What happened? Price came first, it respected it, went all the way up. It came the second time, it went all the way up. And the third time it came, it held as a support, went all the way up. And then what happened on the fourth time? Price broke through. Price broke through and it became a resistance. So the support then became a resistance. And what happened? Price came up, respected the zone, went back down to form this new support. I'm going to mark up this place as my new support. I'm going to mark it up as my new support. So we're already in the advanced stage. If you're with me on this phase, you are already analyzing the market. You're already analyzing the market. So this was a new support. Came once, went all the way back to this resistance, came down and bounced off this support. And what happened? Usually, when the market breaks through a zone, it does it with an impulse movement. With an impulse movement. And you can see this one candle, this one big candle is an impulse movement. Boom, a huge engulfing bearish candle breaks through the resistance, which was once a support. So remember our previous lecture, resistance turns to support, and support also turns to resistance. So in this case, a support that was a resistance has now been broken and is now back to where it was before. It's now a resistance. So back to our market analysis. So what do I expect price to do right now? I'm expecting price to come and retest the broken support. It broke out with a huge impulse movement. And what do I expect price to do? I expect price to come down to this same support before going back up. So what do I do? It means I'm looking forward to buying euro against the Japanese yen when it gets to this zone. Now, patience is very key in trading in the forex market. A lot of people might say, oh, what if it doesn't get to that zone and it just flies all the way up to the next resistance? Some people will say that and then they will rush in and buy at this moment. We call that FOMO, the fear of missing out. FOMO, FOMO. You're afraid that you're going to miss out. It is part of this trading psychology. You're afraid you're going to miss out and then you rush in too soon. And what happens? It hits your stop loss earlier or you're in loss. Whereas you could have waited and gotten in at a safe entry while you've already rushed in. So always learn to wait. If it doesn't come down to the zone and it goes up, no problem. It's not your trade. Look for another setup. Always wait. Remember, I'm going to charge you with the word today, which says no perfect setup, no trading. If you can have that as a guide, as have that in the back of your mind, you won't lose money in forex. If there's no perfect setup, hands off. You mustn't have a trade running at all times. You have to wait for a perfect setup. Wait for your Q zone. So right now, I expect the euro against Japanese yen to get to this my Q zone, and I'm going to strike. So what do? How can we use our pending orders to catch this move? Maybe probably we're watching TV. When that move happens, that's where pending order comes in. Since price is up, we expect price to come down before going up. What do? We set a buy limit. Remember buy limit from our presentation. Buy limit, you expect price to come down, hit your order, and then go all the way up towards zone. So let me zoom out and show us the next TP that I think that I will be setting. So basically, I have two resistance up here. You can see this. I didn't box this up very well. I have to take it all the way to reflect these other zones. Yep. And see this. So this is a major resistance zone up here. This is a major resistance zone up here. You can see how many times I tested it. 1, 2, 3. So what do? remember, we're talking about how to place a trade with this analysis. So now I have all this resistance, this support that is now about to be tested, and they'll have this other support below. But I don't see price coming back down here. But now to take this trade, what am I going to do? I'm going to enter a buy at this point, at this support that has been broken, that is going to be retested now. And where will I have my TP originally? I'll have my TP at the next resistance, which is this. I'll have my TP at this resistance zone. And then my stop loss, I will have my stop loss below, either below the broken supports, the broken resistance. I can have it here, or I can have it below this smaller support zone. It is that simple. We're going to do it together. We're going to do it together. We'll also calculate the pips. Let's calculate how much pips we are aiming at as well. Now remember, this is just me telling you how I set my TP and my stop loss using the resistance and support. Now some people use pip counts, but I don't use pip counts most times. Well, there are times where I do as well. But basically, for the purpose of this example, where I'm using the next resistance as my TP area, and then the below the support as my stop loss. And then remember, this is like a revision. So we'll also calculate the TP and the take profit. We'll do the calculation so that we also remember that since this is a revision class. So let me zoom in and let us set our pending orders. So I expect price to come to this zone. So what is this zone? This zone, I'll put it at 116.300. So what do? I expect price to come here. So I might not be around when this happens. So I don't have to keep looking at my phone, looking at my laptop. So I'll just set it and forget, set and go. So I'm not always on the phone looking at it. So that's why pending orders come in very handy. So all I have to do is to set a buy limit, waiting for price to come to that zone and pick my order up. So I have to go to new order on euro against the Japanese yen, and I set it. I set my price, my entry price, and my take profit and my stop loss. So if you want to set a pending order where you have instant execution, you click it and you see pending order. Click on pending order, and then you see what you want to choose. Now it's already on buy limits. Now you have buy limits, sell limits, buy stop, sell stop. If you don't understand this, go to the previous videos where I talked about pending orders. So I'm going to choose a buy limit in this example, a buy limit, because we expect price to go down, pick our limit, and then go up. At what price now? Now I'm going to choose a price. If you're using a phone, the same thing, the same thing. You're using your phone. So I'm going to choose a price. I'm choosing 116 point. This, remember, this is the point where I want it to get to 116.300. So let's go. Let's do that together. 116.300. Great. So let me place the order, and then you can as well set. Now look at the volume. Now I'm leaving my lot set at 0.01 to be safe. Now stop loss. I want to put my stop loss below the broken support, which is somewhere around here. This is where I want to put my stop loss, and then I'm aiming for my TP around here on the next resistance. So great. So let's place the order. Let me pick a point first. Then we'll come back to modify my TP and my stop loss. So let me place the order first. Great. You can see it. My buy limit is here. You can see the broken line inside the rectangle. It's 116.30. So let me use a line and choose my resistance and my TP and my stop loss. So my stop loss will be below the broken resistance. To be safe, I'm going to bring it here. So this would be my stop loss below the zone, below the support zone, below the resistance zone. That's the support zone. So I'm going to have it here, and then I'll have my TP just a bit, to be safe, just a bit below the resistance. So I'll have my TP here. I have my TP here. I have my stop loss here. So all I have to do now is go back to the trade and modify the order and impute those figures as my TP and my SL. Here is my pending order. So I just have to right click, and I'll see modify the order. So I'm going to impute my stop loss, which is this below the. So you can either choose this as your stop loss or below the other major supports. So it's a choice. But me, I'm deciding I want to use this to be safe. So if it hits my stop loss, it's all right, no problem. I'm going to wait for it to get to this other support and then I buy again. So I'm going to have my support here. So you can decide to have your supports below. It just moved. You can decide to have yours below this major support, which is 115.330. You can decide that, but this is what I have decided. So let's edit it. So my stop loss now is 115.957. 95. That's my stop loss. This figure. Since we're buying, we expect price to go up, and if it's not going up, it's coming down, we're in loss. So stop loss has to be down. So 115.957, and it take profit of what? Of here. That's it. So take profit of 121.038. Great. So I modify my order. You can see my order has been modified. You now have my take profits. So let me delete the line so we can see it. Great. So you can see my stop loss here, my take profit here. So what is how many pips am I expecting? How many pips have I used of my stop loss and my take profits? Now you can see this is my order, so it's still here. You can see the order buy limits on 0.01 euro against the Japanese yen. This is my entry price. This is my stop loss, and this is my take profits. So let's do, and this is where current price is. So let's do calculation, see how many pips we are risking. Let me get my calculator out. Calculator. How many pips are we risking? How many pips are we gaining? Remember, this is a Japanese yen pair, not a regular pair. Remember. So after the decimal points, the tens starts to count. So what do we do now? We have to get the difference first. So the difference, our entry price is 116.300 minus, let's see how much we are risking for the stop loss. The stop loss 115.957. So we are risking, remember, this is where it starts from. This is where the 10 starts from. So we are risking 34.3 pips. 34.3 pips. That's what we stand to lose as our stop loss. So if you have a dollar account and for a 0.01, so this is equivalent to $3. 34 pips is equal to $3.40. So $3.40. So that is it. That is 0.01. And so this is the pip size you're aiming to get. We just did the calculation. Remember, as I said, this is a revision of almost everything we've been doing, almost everything. So now let's calculate this, the take profits. Let's see how much we're aiming at, how many pips we're aiming at. So 116.300, which is our entry price, minus our TP, which is 121.038 equals to. So remember, our tens starts from here, while our hundreds is the whole number. So that means we are aiming for 473.8 pips for a dollar account, and I have this 0.01. So I would have gotten up to $40. Up to $40, $473. That was actually I would have gotten for a 0.01 lot size. So basically, that is it for euro against the Japanese yen. Any Japanese yen pair. Remember, the hundreds is the whole number, and as I said earlier, ignore the minus sign. So for this take profit, we are aiming at 473.8 pips. That is what we'll gain from this point. You can get an arrow. That's what we'll gain from this point all the way to this point, which is our TP. So I have to end this video now. There are some other analysis that I would have run through, but Because of time, I don't want this to be very boring. Okay, but basically, you can see euro against the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. You can quickly see this as a support zone. You can see it has tested it 1, 2, 3, and you have a resistance up above here. So, sorry, I'm running very fast, but try not to make this too long, as I promise. Gold, you can see gold has a resistance zone up here. So if you are buying gold, you can aim for that resistance. You can aim for the resistance if you are buying gold. And you can see gold took off from a support, took off from this support, took off from this support zone. So tested 1, 2, and the third time, boom, it's going. So probably might hit this next resistance. So that's the market analysis for today, being the fourth day of May. So there's much more we could have analyzed, but I tried to limit it to what we've done so far. I don't want to get you confused with all other technicalities. But at this stage, with knowing your resistance and your supports, I think you're fine. I think you're very good to go. Just remember, I think you're very good to go. You can do well on your own. So on your own, just run through prices, just go through your charts and look what your resistance and your support is telling you on different currencies. So thank you very much. At this point, I think I might have to be calling it off. Do stay safe and take care. God bless.